welcome to Pilot Watch. I'm excited about this because for somebody who's worked in TV film for over 30 years, I've watched a lot of series. I don't have a lot of holes in at least, the last 20 years. But I've also watched a lot of pilots. Our first episode, we're going to delve into the Brady Bunch. Now, the Brady Bunch is an iconic show, obviously about a husband and a wife that get together, get married. She brings 3 daughters from her previous marriage, and he brings 3 boys from his previous marriage. I've had some younger people who watch Modern Family, and I basically tell them Modern Family, in a way, is Brady Bunch 2.0. This was September 26, 1969, and what a lot of people don't realize is that the Brady Bunch was never successful on its original run. It just never found a big audience on ABC, but what it did find was syndication. And the 117 episodes, 50 plus years later, are still being seen. And in fact, that's how I got to know the Brady Bunch. Probably started watching age 7, and it was one of those after-school shows. And there was just something about the Brady Bunch and watching the Brady kids. I remember many episodes. I don't really remember the pilot. Reading it, it says Mike, a widower with 3 sons, marries a widow with 3 daughters. The result of the merger is a conglomerate family. Sorry, couldn't read. So basically, what I do remember about the pilot is there was something happened with a dog and a cat, but I remember there never being a dog or a cat in the series itself. And it just goes to show you, especially pilots back then, when you're filming them before you really went into production for the actual series, things can change. Also, I always remember Oliver. I liked Oliver. A lot of people felt the Brady Bunch jumped the shark when Oliver came. He was, I think, their cousin, and I think they introduced him that first episode. He just believed that he was bad luck and bad things happened, and it showed the power of thought, because Oliver felt that way, and shortly after, the Brady kids felt the same way too. So this episode is called The Honeymoon. So we go back to 1969, and it's crazy to think about. That year, in the fall, you're trying to introduce a sitcom, single camera, The Brady Bunch. And a couple months ago, during the summer, July 16th, 1969, the rocket-carrying Apollo 11 launches from Cape Kennedy, and Neil Armstrong becomes the first person to walk on the moon. Also that summer, the first U.S. troops are withdrawn from Vietnam. Other crazy things are going on with the Zodiac Killer. You have the crazy thing, and it's been a motion picture, and Senator Edward Kennedy has been dead for a number of years, but remember, it was that summer 1969 where he drove off the bridge on Chappaquiddick Island, killing his young female passenger. You had the Woodstock Music and Art Fair, which was held in upstate New York, and lo and behold, our neighbor to the north, Canada, I don't think they're the 51st state yet, are they? Legalizes contraception and abortion. How controversial was that back then? So here we go. In color. How exciting.